What do you do when your cousin steals your wedding? When Derek proposed, I felt like I was floating. We'd been together since college, and I'd been dreaming about this moment since I was 15. He dropped to one knee on the same beach where we had our first date, with the sun setting behind him like something out of a movie. The ring? His grandmother's vintage sapphire. Exactly what I'd always wanted. I didn't want just any venue. I wanted the venue. Rosewood Manor. Historic estate, marble staircases, French chandeliers, and rose gardens that looked like something from a fairy tale. I'd been obsessed with it since I was 12 and went to my cousin Rebecca's wedding there. I remember wandering the gardens alone pretending I was the bride. Thing is, Rosewood books up fast. 2-year waiting list. But I didn't care. I called every month just hoping someone would cancel. Mrs. Patterson, the venue coordinator, eventually recognized my voice. Still hoping for September? She'd ask. September 15th, I always answered. Our anniversary. Then, 8 months out, it happened. She called. A bride had caught her fiancé cheating with the maid of honor. Date was open. September 15th. I screamed so loud Derek ran in from the kitchen holding a spatula like a weapon. "We got it!" I sobbed into the phone. We put down the $5,000 deposit that same day using the credit card we'd reserved for wedding expenses. We'd been living cheap for months. No takeout, no vacations, splitting groceries, but it was worth it. I called everyone, parents, siblings, cousins, even my dad's sister Vivian, who's a corporate attorney. She asked a lot of questions. Date, cancellation policy, how much we paid, guest list, insurance. I thought she was just being nosy, or maybe she was considering the place for her daughter Melody. I didn't think much of it. I was too excited. Then 2 weeks later, another call. "Miss Rodriguez, I'm so sorry," Mrs. Patterson said, her voice tight. "There's been a terrible mix-up. They double booked the venue." "But we signed the contract," I said. "You called me." "I know, and I'm so sorry, but the other party also signed, and they put down a $15,000 deposit." "What? 15 grand? Apparently the other bride's mother was a lawyer who claimed she'd had a verbal agreement months before. She threatened to sue. The venue panicked. They refunded us and offered $500 for the inconvenience. I was speechless. Then it hit me. "Is the other bride's mother named Vivian?" Pause. "Yes, Vivian Hartwell. Vivian, my aunt, Melody's mom." Melody wasn't even engaged when I booked Rosewood, but Vivian had all the details, because I gave them to her. She went to the venue, brought Melody, staged photos, and faked an entire timeline. Backdated emails, fake visits, forged contracts. She's a contracts attorney. She knew exactly how to make it look real. Derek came home to find me on the couch, still in my work clothes, sobbing with mascara down my face. My mom confirmed it the next day. Melody had suddenly gotten engaged just days after I told the family about Rosewood, and surprise, she'd booked it for September 15th. I called Mrs. Patterson again, furious. "I understand how upset you are," she said, her voice tight, "but Ms. Hartwell has documentation. Photos, emails, timestamps. We can't risk a lawsuit. Vivian didn't just steal my date. She bullied a family-owned venue into giving it to her daughter, used big legal words and threats she probably wouldn't even follow through on, but they worked." At the next family gathering, the tension was ice cold. Nobody mentioned the wedding drama, but everyone knew. Melody gushed loudly about her lifelong dream of getting married at Rosewood. "September 15th is going to be so magical," she said, making eye contact with me and smirking. That was the moment I knew this wasn't over. Click the full story to see what happened next.